Hey guys, Slater Magic, and as is, well, the norm on my channel, except for 8th Revolt because I couldn't be bothered, I'm doing the EV of the about-to-be-released set. Of course, I'm talking about Modern Masters 3. Well, I'm not going to dick around with a big reveal or anything. Here's the math. And by the way, when I say here's the math, here is literally all of the numbers, all of the values, right in front of your face, provable. Like, feel free to check my work. And there actually is one thing I think that I'm not doing correctly, but it doesn't throw it off by much. I'm moderately good at probability and extremely good at math, and not too bad in Excel, which, by the way, this is not Excel, it's LibreOffice Calc, because I'm poor. So yeah, this is like trivially easy math except for one single little thing. Mythics are printed at half the quantity as rares per single, not just in general, and that's all held in one slot in the pack. So there's like 9 different ways to do it correctly and probably 1,000 different ways to do it incorrectly. And the foil part is what I don't think I have correct. But other than that, the only other inaccuracy you could possibly have in this is the fact that I use Card Kingdom's pre-order prices. If you don't agree with them, you don't think they're real, you're wrong, but whatever. I mean, could I have used eBay? Maybe. Could I have used TCG Player? Probably. Whatever. I use Card Kingdom because their search function is easier. And they're kind of spot on. Like, they've been changing their prices to match, like, reality. If they didn't, and if they were like so much higher, then they wouldn't have any customers left. So here's the mythics. There you go. That's all the prices of all the mythics right now. You can see pretty reasonable. That's Tarmogoyf. I think that's, I don't remember, but you can see they're pretty damn low. I mean, besides Tarmogoyf, $40, or $70 is the highest one. That's probably Liliana. And then we got like maybe Snap, I think. Snapcaster made for $40, so you can't really tell me these are too high. So the average cost of the average mythic is $20.53. So there's that. So the average rare cost, and here's the rare column right here, goes all the way down. I don't know about 48 for a Scalding Tarn, and the rest of the high ones are pretty much just fetches, but, there's some other good ones in here, but a lot of these are aggressively lowered, like $7 for, I forgot what that was, even 6, I thought those sounded low, but, well, print volume, so if anything, these are conservative. So the average rare price, now this is surprising, the average price of just the rare, not the mythic, is $6.14. Not terribly high, really. I mean, you get one rare with every pack, and you've got a reasonable chance. It's 69 out of 240. No, not quite. That's where the math gets weird. You've got like a 1 in 5 shot of getting a rare or a mythic in your foil slot, give or take. So $6.14 just for the rare is pretty bad. So you add in the mythics and you get the rare slot average of $7.92. So that's just the rare slot in the pack. Now you might have noticed something interesting. That does not exceed the $9.99 MSRP. So it's never a good sign when you have to go to the uncommons or the foils to just get past what you paid. I mean, that's terrible. Although it's about $141 per box, plus or minus like $9 at the distributor cost. So for singles openers, hooray, because 141 divided by 24 is not $9.99 a pack. I don't know what it is, didn't do that ahead of time. And since I'm recording this in Loilo, I have to do it in one take. So do the math yourself if you're so damn curious. So here's what you do. You take the rares, you paste them in literally twice, and then just average all 3 of these columns here. So myth, rare, boom, run an average. That's the best way to do a realistic, I'm pretending to be a sheet of magic cards average. So for some reason, and maybe somebody better at math than me, as if that exists, could explain this, but why I can't take the average of the rares, the average of the mythics, multiply the rare by 2, and then add them together and divide them by 3. For some reason, you get a different number. I don't know why. I really don't. I think it's because there's 15 mythics and 54 rares. But that, I don't know. That shouldn't have anything to do with it. I don't know. But all I know is that this represents reality. This is like a sheet of magic cards right here. These and that. Wow, that program doesn't do multiple selections. Okay. So then we go to the uncommons right here. And not a lot of valuable ones. I mean, you see, you got $7, $6, $3, $1.79, $1.79, $1.79, dollar, and then everything else is lower. And it just keeps going. I mean, 25 cents is the minimum, and I agree with that. I mean, would I ever charge less than 25 cents for any uncommon from the set? Probably not, unless it was like a buy list. But retail? Oh no, absolutely not. Not in a shop. So the average uncommon, just card, is 58 cents. So since you get 3 uncommons per pack, the average uncommon value total cumulatively per individual pack is $1.74. So that's pretty good. I mean, let's actually do that here. So we got uncommon plus rare slot, not counting foil. We're at 966, which is 33 cents short of 9.99. I cannot believe that even after the uncommons, we're still not at the MSRP. Now, here's something that not most people do. So I just did commons per pack. Okay, so the common price is like 39 cents, 35 cents, literally just 25 cents straight. So, if you consider that reality, okay, I just said screw the top 2. We're just going to call it 25 cents across the board. You get 10 per pack, I believe. I don't think it's 11 because I believe it's token, rare, uncommon. Oh, no, then foil. Oh, shoot. There might be 9 of them per pack because of the foil. I could not find this information. I'm going to correct it. So all of you who just looked at the value and then clicked off the video, you're now wrong. There we go. Didn't do much to the box EV. So the common value per pack, assuming that there's 9 commons now, I honestly don't remember what MM2 was. $2.25. So most people just write off the commons and say screw it. So I'll run that calculation by replacing this with the 0 in a second. So the total non-foil pack value, which is commons plus 3 uncommons plus the rare slot, is $11.91. There you go. We finally cleared the MSRP. But who sits there and sells commons? Who even puts them in their trade binder? But then again, in Modern, I mean, come on, certain commons are highly sought after, but not to the point where they're worth above like really 25 cents. So they are tradable. So I left them in. I just figured, whatever. So here's the approximate foil prices. This is where it gets weird, because I'm not 100% sure that I'm correct about this. So the foil rare average is, rare slot, it should say rare slot. I basically took the rare slot average, which already has been weighted for mythics, and multiplied it by 1.4x. Or multiplied by 1.4. So that seems to be like the universal multiplier for a day 1 release, at least in standard. So the average foil, rare, or mythic as a whole is 1.4 times the price of the non-foil version. You would think it's 2x, it just isn't. I mean, I ran the numbers one time and just kind of came up with 1.4, so I've been using it ever since. I think it actually was a little bit conservative. Then we've got the foil uncommon average, which is 93 cents after you multiply the average individual uncommon by 1.6, because that's the multiplier I got for the average uncommon, mostly because a lot of foil uncommons are like, oh, they're 25 cents, they're 50 cents, but the foil is $9. So some of them are like, 15 to 20x or whatever. And that throws off the average. So if anything, this should be like 4x or something, or 3x. I don't know. It is diffused by the fact that not many of them are popular. And in this set, I don't think any of the commons or uncommons have never been printed in foil before, which automatically 5x is what the price would normally be. Then we got the foil common average, which is basically just 50 cents. I just X2'd it because same thing. There are some foil commons that are worth $5. Well, $5 is 20 times higher than 25 cents. Most of them are just 2x though. Like a foil common in general on the open market, 50 cents usually from a set like this. So I just put in 50 cents. Should it be higher? Yes, probably. But some of you really don't like including commons, even foils, in the calculation. So then we got the foil slot value. The non-foil cards cumulatively are $11.91, and the foil slot just at all, just the foil card is 343 on average. Well, if you ask me, it actually sounds high. I mean, yeah, there's like couple $100 foil mythics, but like I said, there are 15 mythics, 54 rares, and all the rest of them are, uncommons or commons. So your probability of pulling a rare or mythic in the foil slot to begin with is about 20%, give or take. I still didn't do the math. So that's, a cumulative total per pack of 1534 multiplied by 24. You get, I should probably put that in, $368.19. So not a bad box EV if you paid, $141 like I do. And really not a bad box EV if you paid $240. I mean, if you got it for $180 on a pre-order, you're even better off. That's right around double. So not bad at all. Now here's where I think my math might have gone a little bit awry. It's in this calculation right here. So you guys can see this is my calculation. So the basic structure of this is this price times A3 plus A5, which is 15 plus 54, divided by A11, which is 249. I think that's correct because that's the number of individual singles, like single cards, not weighted for Mythic, but this is based on the already weighted for Mythic rare slot average times 1.4. So I've already weighted the Mythics once in the print prevalence. I don't think I need to do it twice. That would be improper. It's just a matter of when do I do it. Do I redo the average foil mythic price? Well, that's the problem. You can't just do that, then rare double the rare divide by 3. That doesn't work. So as far as I can tell, this calculation is correct. If it isn't, whatever. I'm sure it's close. It's the best I could do. It made the most sense logically. I hate advanced math, but whatever. So if anybody tells you that this is not the price, $368.19 is not the box EV, it's $500. Oh no, it's $150. I mean, they're probably just cutting out commons, or they used a different site for pricing. It's pretty much not my math because here is my math. Other people are just like, take our word for it. We know what we're doing. But we're not going to prove it. We're not going to show you the math. So, like I promised, if you're one of the people who really, really, really does not like commons, I'm going to zero this out. And the box drops to $314.19 with the commons universally worth 0. And the funny thing is, I still left in the foil on the commons. So let's just zero that out too. Boom. 312. I mean, I might as well not. 314, who cares? So foil commons don't really do much at all. In fact, the commons themselves only take off, like $50? I mean, let's see. So 368, 314. Not that much. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. So if you also don't care about the uncommons, which you probably should, let me zero those out. I mean, there's some like really expensive commons there, like $7 uncommons or whatever. So that drops it to $265. So if all you're going to do is deal in the rares and the mythics and the foils, that's it. $265. So still a pretty darn good deal. And honestly, if you pull a $6 or $7 or $3 uncommon, you could trade it, you could buy list it, you could do whatever you want with it and still make some money. But the actual true EV of like all the cards together, I guess not counting the token, 368.19 final value as it sits right now. Now, little asterisk at the end here. The prices are going nuts. They're going up and down and all over the place, and nobody knows what the print volume really is. Even my own distributor doesn't know what the true print volume is. Whoops. So, could it change by tomorrow? Could it change by the time I upload this? Absolutely. It's Sunday. Maybe Card Kingdom just didn't feel like updating their prices today, and it's already off by 5 or 10% in one direction. Who knows? So definitely keep an eye on it. You never know what's going to happen in the next couple weeks when it comes to singles prices. So the box EV can go up and down, but considering it's, above 350 almost no matter how you look at it, That's a lot of money. So it would have to slip down pretty darn far, and I don't think that single sellers are going to let that happen. I know we love undercutting each other, but the set's not even out yet, and most people don't sell pre orders. So, will the big, gigantic companies that do set pre order prices, will they start undercutting each other to the point where a box is, 200 EV? I don't think so, because that really doesn't benefit them. I mean, are they that desperate to sell it? They shouldn't be when nobody's getting the number of boxes that they want. Everybody's getting shorted. So there's really no need or logical reason for this to fall much further, except for stupid people, I guess, flooding the market with their existing versions of this card. That would probably be, or this card, I should say, these cards, the most expensive ones. If they flood the market right now and drive the price down the toilet, is that a real price by itself? I mean, that would be the number one mover of the prices right now, but is the demand that big for the older cards, maybe not in near mint condition, before the set even comes out, when nobody's really thinking about buying singles yet necessarily? Maybe not. So in general, watch for some crazy price fluctuations. I mean, just all over the place, bouncing around like a ping pong ball. That's why I didn't even want to do this, but I've seen such just stupidly inaccurate numbers, I had to correct it. So hopefully this video helps you out. If it did, leave a big honking thumbs up on it, and I will see you guys next video.